at third. Randazzo will come back and work the plate in Game 2. We are ready for baseball under overcast skies. In with a play-by-play. Here's Dave Jackson.
Jake Irvin winds kicks, and the first pitch of the game is on the way to Stephen Kwan, and it's outside, ball one. Kwan, a hitting machine, .333 average. That is 6th in the major leagues. 45 hits. Left-handed hitter. The wind of the 1-0 from Irvin is lined up the middle, and into shallow center field moves Jacob Young, and Jacob Young will make the catch. So 2 pitches in, Kwan out on a line drive to center. And for the first time since last Thursday in Philadelphia, we have an on-time start. 3:35 game time temperature, 70 degrees under partly cloudy skies. And the first pitch time and temperature brought to you by Offenbachers. Visit them in Herndon, Annapolis, Gainesville, and Rockville for a huge selection of outdoor furniture, fire pits, hot tubs, and swim spas. The pitch to Daniel Schneemann is inside, ball one. Schneemann, a left-handed batter and a second baseman. Schneemann made his big league debut against Jake Irvin last year and had a hit in his first at-bat in the big leagues. The 1-0. Irvin bends a curveball in over the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Schneemann's been in the big leagues all of this year. He's hitting .274, and he has 4 home runs. The wind of the 1-1 pitch. Another curveball. That's strike 2 at the knees. And Irvin working quickly and ahead, 1-2. Irvin turns, kicks, deals, and a curveball again. This one is fouled off the mid of Keibert Ruiz. The Guardians wearing their alternate blue road uniforms. They have a navy base, red letters, numbers, white trim, red, white, and red piping to go with the navy base. A new uniform this year for them. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low and inside. Traditionally, they have Cleveland across the chest on their road unis. This just the block letter C on the left side. Harkens back to the early 1900 uniforms worn by the then Cleveland Indians. The 2-2 to Schneemann. Fastball low and inside, and a full count. Nationals are in the home whites, with Nationals in script across the chest, red caps, white curly W logo. Irvin, a 3-2 count. He deals to Schneemann, and he walked him. Missed low and inside. So Irvin had Schneemann 1-2, but loses him. And that's a 1-out walk, bringing in Jose Ramirez. For the Nationals defensively, Nathaniel Lowe is at first base. Luis Garcia Jr. at second. C.J. Abrams at short. Jose Tena, the former Guardian, at third. Former Guardian Alex Call in left. Jacob Young in center. Dylan Cruz in right. Keibert Ruiz doing the catching. Here's the pitch to Ruiz. Our pitch to Ramirez, with Ruiz catching the curveball for a strike. Should mention Alex Call is actually a former, when he played for Cleveland, they were not the Guardians yet. Ramirez, always an MVP contender, hitting .265, 5 home runs. Switch hitting third baseman. Irvin fires, and his fastball is just outside at 93 miles an hour. So keeping an eye on the fastball velo that was down in his last start. Pitch he missed to Schneemann was at 95, so the velo there at the start. The 1-1, and that's off speed. A changeup comes in a little bit high, apparently. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Davey Martinez, you mentioned during Nats on Deck, was not concerned physically about the lack of velocity or velocity down in his last start. They thought it was all about him flying open too early. It affects his velo.
2-1 pitch. Curveball low and outside, but right now, battling the command, he walked Schneemann after being ahead in the count. Now he's behind the dangerous Ramirez at 3-1. With Kyle Manzardo, the first baseman, on deck. Just underway, no score. Here's the pitch. Low inside, and that's back-to-back walks issued by Jake Irvin. Keibert Ruiz is going to use an early mound visit here to talk to Irvin. Slow down in action, brought to you by Iservay. So here is Manzardo. Kyle Manzardo after the mound visit. Hitting at .219 with 8 homers. Originally listed last night to be the DH. He's starting as the first baseman here in Game 1. Up there from the left side of the plate. Here comes Irvin home. Curveball way outside. So after being ahead of Schneemann 1-2, Irvin has misfired 8 of his last 9 pitches. Not a whole lot close. Now the 1-0. That's way inside. Yanked a fastball off the inside part of the plate, 2-0. Manzardo, big-time hitting prospect, drafted by the Rays in the second round, was acquired in a trade for right-handed pitcher Aaron Savali 2 years ago. Guardians have high hopes for his power. The 2-0, big rip and a foul back to the screen. So with all the pitches out of the zone, Manzardo takes a rip there on 2-0 and fouls it.
Yeah, the Rays had an abundance of first baseman, outfielder types and needed a pitcher when they made that trade.
Schneemann at second, Ramirez at first. Irvin throws, and that's a ball outside. So Irvin in danger of walking the bases loaded.
Everything's got some run on it. That didn't miss by much.
Irvin only had 11 walks coming in 42 2/3 innings. Now the 3-1. Low inside, and Jake Irvin has walked the bases loaded. He is fighting it right now, and Jim Hickey is going to use a second mound visit in this inning. And Irvin kind of walks off the back of the mound, kind of stunned at how this one is unfolding.
And again, he was making mechanical adjustments to what he did in his last start. You hope that you had it corrected in your bullpen session between starts, but maybe not that simple.
I mean, Irvin has matched his season-high walk total in a start this year to the last three batters. Control issues not normally his thing, but he has put himself in a heck of a spot here facing the veteran designated hitter today, Carlos Santana. He's always had a keen eye at the plate. .219 hitter, 3 home runs. Bases loaded, 1 out. Irvin can use the ground ball. Here's the pitch. Way inside, gets off the mid of Ruiz to the backstop, and the Guardians take the lead. Schneemann comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. So after 3 straight walks, a first pitch wild pitch. And this has been a disastrous start for Jake Irvin.
Very unlike him. If you weren't concerned about the drop in velo last time, you're concerned now about him all over the place.
Nationals bring the infield in. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball, there's a strike over the outside corner.
Boy, doesn't seem like all that long ago Santana made his debut against the Nationals in June of 2010.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a dribbler foul at the plate. Strike 2. He has come up after being traded, broke into the big leagues with Cleveland, then left, then came back, then left again, and came back. So it's his third go-around.
Started as a catcher.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramirez at third, Manzardo at second. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Foul. Tena coming over, has room in front of the Guardians' dugout. He steps back onto the grass and makes the catch. So that one in the air a while. Tena makes the play, and that is a huge and much-needed second out for Jake Irvin. Santana, amazingly, last year won the Gold Glove.
At age 38.
The oldest ever first-time Gold Glove winner. So Irvin really trying to limit the damage now. He's going to face Bo Naylor. They broke up the Naylor brothers with the offseason trade of Josh to Arizona. Bo the catcher. Here's the pitch. And that's right down the center. Irvin facing yet another left-handed hitter. The top 6 hitters, and 8 of 9 in this lineup are either left-handed or switch hitters. The only right-handed hitter is Gabriel Arias on deck. The 0-1 to Naylor. Swinging a foul back. He took a big rip at it. Naylor hitting just 184 with 5 homers. Cleveland drafted him first round 2018 and later would acquire his brother. And so you had Josh and Bo together. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just missed the inside. Boy, that pitch is right there. Irvin starts toward the dugout and did not get the call from Clint Vondrack. And boy, Keibert Ruiz isn't happy. That pitch in the zone, not called a strike. So 1-2 the count. Runners second and third, 1-0 Guardians. Here it comes. Swinging a nubber up the third base side, foul. Irvin's got to shake that off. I mean, the inning should have been over. Naylor became the full-time catcher last year. The veteran Austin Hedges backs him up. He'll play game 2 most likely. Here's the set and the 1-2. Naylor hits a high drive down the right field line, headed for foul ground and headed for the seats.
This is 2 series in a row. The Nationals have played one half of broken up brothers. Cincinnati, the one half of the Rogers brothers.
Reliever Taylor. Those are twins they broke up. The Naylor brothers aren't twins. Here's the set, the 1-2. Swinging a high fly ball, center field. Pretty well hit, but it's playable. Jacob Young is calling for it. He waits, and he makes the catch. So after all that, Irvin gives up just 1 after 3 walks and a wild pitch. Guardians leave 2. Nats come up for the bottom of the first, trailing.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Learn more about our world-class care at Inova.org, where we cover all your healthcare bases.
Starting pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic, Luis Ortiz. He makes his 7th start of the year, record of 2-3, 4.78 ERA. Over 32 innings, he has 36 strikeouts. His strikeout rate way up this year from a year ago. 16 walks, 29 hits allowed. 1-0 Cleveland as C.J. Abrams will lead off the bottom half of the first inning. Ortiz works out of the stretch. His first pitch to C.J. is a strike. Fastball 94 over the outside corner. Abrams at 284 with 4 homers. He's riding a 10-game hitting streak. He extended that on Sunday with a big 2-run double. Here's the 0-1. Low inside for a ball. 1-1. Gave the Nationals some cushion in the 7th inning of their win in Cincinnati. Ortiz sets, fires, swinging a shot up the middle. Behind the bag, it's played by the shortstop Arias. The throw on first gets by Manzardo into the dugout. And so Abrams will get second base. So a fairly routine play there turns into a 2-base error as Arias delivered the throw to Manzardo. We mentioned Santana, the Gold Glove winner at first base. Manzardo, not quite the defender, but that throw was yanked, and he had no chance. No, it's just not even close.
Yeah, he had all day, took an extra crow hop and went wide left of the first baseman from his vantage point.
That was after Ortiz had gotten a glove on that ball, slowed it down a bit to make it an easier play for Arias. Here's Alex Call, the former Cleveland player. Here's the pitch. He takes a fastball strike. The official score credited Ortiz with an assist because he deflected the ball, so it's a 1-6. 2-base throwing error on Arias, his second error of the year. And Call hitting .344, trying to move Abrams along. Here's the set at the belt. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a dribbler toward third. It's not going to move the runner. Ramirez throws on to first for the out. So Call, it's a ground ball to third, and Abrams has to hold on at second base. Mention the rest of the Guardians defensively with Manzardo at first. Second baseman is Daniel Schneemann. You've heard from Arias at short and Ramirez at third. The outfield, the Gold Glove winner 3 times over, Stephen Kwan in left. Angel Martinez in center. Nolan Jones, former Rocky, in right, with Bo Naylor doing the catching. Here's the DH, James Wood, 273, 9 homers. The set for Ortiz, the pitch. Waving, swing and a miss at a slider. Wood in a tie for 7th in the major leagues in homers. Had a good series in Cincinnati. A 4-hit game, 1 for 4 Sunday with a double. Ortiz holds and fires and misses outside, 1-1. League leaders all broadcast presented by PVI Office Furniture. Swing for the fences with PVI Office Furniture. Will come to you to design your dream workspace and save 15% on your purchase. PVI, your office, your league leader. Abrams at second, 1 out. The pitch from Ortiz. That's a strike called, a slider at the knees. Man on deck, Nathaniel Lowe with 27 RBIs. He's tied for 8th in the major leagues. Tops on the Nationals in ribbies. See if Wood can deliver, though, with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That just missed outside. Changeup at 90. Everything Ortiz throws is hard. Cutter around 90, slider mid-upper 80s, changeup 90, fastball upper 90s. Big power right-hander. The set at the belt. Check on the runner and the 2-2 pitch. Check swinging a ball low. They ask for an appeal. No swing, says Dan Bellino. Interesting looking at the Guardians defensively. Their center fielder, Martinez, is actually almost straight away, if not a step to right center. Nobody plays James Wood like that. Generally, you have the center fielder way over to left center.
They're leaving that wide open with the left fielder toward the line.
I mean, James Wood happy zone is left center. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Long hold Ortiz, and now the pitch home. Up and away, and James Wood draws his 23rd walk of the season. So an error and a walk, 2 on for Nathaniel Lowe. And that's the heart of the lineup coming up now, presented by the American College of Cardiology, transforming cardiovascular care and improving heart health for all. Visit them at acc.org.
Wood by far the team leader in walks. 9 more than Lowe and Alex Call.
Here's the set. And a step back and a look at second. Nobody covering. Nathaniel hitting at 254. 6 homers, 27 RBIs. And those 14 walks. Left-handed hitter, deep in the box, open stance. Ortiz to the plate. Swinging a shot up the middle, and it's past the diving shortstop. Arias a base hit. Abrams got a late break, but he's still going to try to score. The throw from Martinez, the slide, the tag. He's in there. He gets his hand on home plate, sliding by, and the Nationals have tied it. It's the Nationals 1, the Guardians 1. RBI single, Nathaniel Lowe on a bullet. Wood holds at second. Aggressive send by Ricky Gutierrez. Martinez's throw was close, but Abrams with a terrific slide to the inside part of the plate got the hand on the dish.
Now, Arias, a diving attempt. If somehow he catches that ball, Abrams probably going to be doubled off second base. He had to stop just for an instant to make sure that ball went through to center field, and throw took the catcher back behind the plate and had to come forward with Abrams crossing in front of him to get to the plate.
28th RBI for Lowe. Here's Keibert Ruiz. Ortiz holds and fires. Fastball right in there. 96 miles an hour. So the Nationals cash in on that Arias throwing error. That's an unearned run. And the game tying run. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive, hook down the right field line. That'll be foul.
Of course, Arias not the regular shortstop. Brian Rocchio started most of their games at shortstop, or the majority, 26 of them. But he has been slumping very badly at the plate, hitting just 183.
No balls, 2 strikes. Wood at second, Lowe at first. Big lead for Wood. Here's the pitch home. And a golfing swing and a fly ball shallow center. Martinez, a late break now moving in. He'll put it away on the run. For out number 2. Runners had to hold. And the inning will come down to Luis Garcia Jr. Ortiz making his second career start against the Nationals. Last year with the Pirates. He faced them on On September 7th, took the loss, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, and 5 2/3. Dylan Cruz hit a homer off of him. See what Garcia can do. He had the big homer on Sunday in the Nationals win. First pitch. Ground ball right side, just foul. Garcia out early on a slider. 0-1. Louis at 234 with 3 home runs. And that go-ahead shot in the 7th inning against the Reds. His only hit in the series. One score here in the first inning. And the pitch. Misses low and away with a changeup, a ball and a strike.
Hit some balls hard, several balls hard in that series. Not always getting a result as a hit. A couple of sac flies.
He drove in 3 with that just 1 hit, a solo homer. 1-1 to Garcia. Changeup low, 2 balls and a strike. Second baseman Schneemann is pinched way over into the hole, so there's a lot of room to the right of second. Juan plays very shallow in left. Outfield is a touch the other way. Ortiz was messing around with the receiving device, was pitch calm. And now the right-hander toes the rubber. Wood leads from second. Nathaniel Lowe, the lead at first. The delivery from Ortiz. Hooked down the right field line and foul. So Garcia again early on a slider. He's been letting it fly on that breaking ball. And it's 2-2. Guardians got a run on the top of the first, courtesy of 3 walks and a wild pitch. Nationals get a run on the bottom of the first, courtesy of an error. And a chance to do more damage if Garcia can come through. The 2-2 from Ortiz. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Tag applied by Naylor as Garcia down chasing a slider. Nationals get on the board. The tying run. 1 hit, 1 error. 2 left. After 1 in game 1, it's 1-1 on the next.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
We need your support today. Visit purpleheartfoundation.org to donate a car and help our heroes.
Friday, it's the Nats and Cardinals opening their series, and OAR will take the stage after the game, all with 1 ticket. Be there on Friday for the first post-game concert of the season. Grab your seats at nats.com/postgame. Game time, 6:45. Each team with a first-inning run will be Gabriel Arias to lead off, the Guardian shortstop. He's batting at .262, 4 homers, 13 batted in. He's up there from the right side. He stands pretty far off the plate. Jake Irvin's first pitch. Arias looks it over and takes a fastball for a strike.
Boy, the wind has really picked up, blowing out to right field now.
Next delivery from Irvin. And just low. Boy, it's been a tight zone from Mr. Vondrak. Fastball at 94. Sun has poked through the clouds, mostly over Nationals Park, some cloud cover. But the sun peeks through. The 1-1. Lifted in the air to shallow right. Garcia coming out. Cruz moving in. This will be Cruz ball. Dylan toward the line, makes the catch with the sunglasses on. Arias retired. They'll bring in Nolan Jones. Just before the season started, Nolan Jones was traded from the Rockies back to Cleveland, the organization that had traded him to the Rockies.
A couple of years ago, he and Lane Thomas were 1 and 2 in the major leagues in outfield assists. Now they play in the same outfield.
Jones hitting at 156, 0 for his previous 15. And he launches one deep right field. Forget about it. This one's going to be up into the upper deck and long gone. Halfway up into the second deck, over the Nationals bullpen. Second homer of the year for Jones. Snaps his offer and gives the Guardians a 2-1 lead.
We'll see that many go that far up into section 238. That was a bomb.
So that is Irvin's first hit allowed and his 9th homer of the season. He allowed 2 homers in his most recent start in Philly. Here's the number 9 batter, switch hitting center fielder Angel Martinez. 324 hitter. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the whole right side, and that's a base hit. Right between Lowe and Garcia. So the Guardians out after the first pitch again. And consecutive pitches, a homer and a single. Right now, let's pause for station identification on the Nationals radio network.
WTEM, Washington, and WJFK HD2 Manassas. The Team 980. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
From the Nissan broadcast booth, Dave Jagler, Charlie Slows, the batter Stephen Kwan. 1 on, 1 out. And a throw over to first. Martinez dives back. Cleveland back in front 2-1 on the Jones homer. Irvin retired Kwan on a line out to center in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Kwan bluffs bunt, takes the ball outside. The throw by Ruiz. The tag by Abrams is not in time. So Martinez has his 3rd steal of the year. And the Guardians playing it very aggressive. The number 9 batter gets the single and gets the stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position for Kwan. He's right on top of the plate from the left side. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a tapper foul behind the plate to the backstop. 1-1. Stephen Kwan made his first All-Star team last year. He was hitting .352 at the break. He did scuffle in the second half, hitting just .206, but still ended up at .292. Pickoff play on at second, and the throw is not nearly in time with Abrams taking it. Kwan, the ultimate contact hitter, really tough to strike out. And a premium defender in the outfield. 3 gold gloves in a row. Here's the pitch. And Kwan shoots a line drive foul, slicing down the left field line. Lands on the side warning track, 1-2. So far, a tough start for Irvin. 3 walks and a wild pitch in the first inning. He gives up a tape measure home run here in the second inning, and now a runner at second, 1 out. The kick and the pitch. Kwan hits a line drive toward the gap in right center field. Cruz able to race over, cut it off, make the catch, and will throw it in, holding Martinez at second. So Kwan tried to put one between Cruz and Young, but a little too much air under it, and a good running grab by Dylan Cruz, the right fielder, for the second out. Thursday, June 5th, join us for a celebration of pride for the 20th anniversary of Night Out. Each special ticket includes a Nationals Pride jersey, and proceeds are donated to Team DC. Go to nats.com/specials. Pitch to Daniel Schneemann is a curveball low. Schneemann was at the plate when trouble started in the first inning. Jake Irvin had him 1-2, but then missed with 3 in a row. Ended up walking 3 straight hitters and then uncorking a wild pitch. A long hold, and he fires. Curveball bends in for a strike. Mentioned it earlier, the Nationals were in Cleveland June 2nd last year. Schneemann was called to the big leagues and had a 2-run double in his first big league at bat against Jake Irvin. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on a changeup. Schneemann primarily this year has played second base, but last year when he was called up, he ended up making starts at 6 different positions. He was a super utility guy. Irvin trying to strand the runner at second. 1-2 on Schneemann. And a step back and a look at the runner. no throw. Hitting room in right center, the Nationals play Schneemann in the opposite field. Irvin sets and pitches. Swinging a foul. Chop behind the plate. And he stays alive on the curve. Irvin's pitch count high. He was at 29 through 1. He's at 42 now, so could use a quick third out. Now the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, right at the second baseman Garcia. He fields down to an E, straightens up and throws to first in time for the out. So Irvin limits the damage to the Jones one-out homer. Guardians strand one after an inning.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The second inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by Safeway. If a Washington player hits a homer in this inning, a lucky contestant will win a $100 gift card courtesy of Safeway. Stop in and discover why spring starts at Safeway. Enter to win at thefandc.com. Maybe Dylan Cruz can make a winner of someone. Dylan Cruz homered against this pitcher, Luis Ortiz, last September in Pittsburgh. Cruz leading off the bottom of the second, 2-1 Guardians. Cruz at 197 with 4 homers. He snapped his 0 for at 23 with an infield hit on Sunday in Cincinnati. Here's the pitch. Cruz, a late swing and a slicing drive down the right field side out of play. Cruz hitting 7th in the order. He'll be followed by Jose Tena and Jacob Young. Ortiz, the right-hander, out of the stretch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss at the slider. It's 0-2. Cruz will take his timeout. Sun is ducked in behind the clouds. Partly cloudy overhead, and again the breeze appears to be blowing out to right fairly briskly. The 0-2 from Ortiz. Swinging a ground ball rolled to short. Arias has it. His throw this time is accurate and in time to retire Cruz.
Yeah, they tell us anywhere from 11 to 22 miles an hour.
So here's Jose Tena, who was traded to the Nationals in the Lane Thomas trade. We mentioned Thomas now in the Guardians outfield, postseason hero, but Thomas currently on the injured list with a right wrist bone bruise. He'd been hit by a pitch in mid-August, tried to play through it and could not. Here's the pitch to Tena. It's a ball outside, so Thomas is not with the Guardians team currently, rehabbing, and will need a rehab assignment. So shame we're not going to get to catch up with Lane in the new uniform. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a long drive straight away center field, but the wind's got a hold of this one. Drifting back a bit is Martinez, and now makes the catch, still a few steps from the warning track. So the update on Lane Thomas, our injury report presented by Inova, the official healthcare provider of the Washington Nationals. Thomas became a Cleveland postseason hero with his Game 5 grand slam against the Cy Young winner Tarik Skubal. What a moment that was for Lane.
Pretty popular player here in his time, that's for sure. Fans loved him.
Pitch to Jacob Young. Runs up the bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball. Young hitting a .213.
Really established himself with the Nationals. Never gotten that chance in St. Louis.
1-0 from Ortiz. And a line drive to right field. More of a lazy fly ball. Jones drifting back. He's got a beat on it. Nolan Jones makes the catch, and the Nationals go very quickly. It's a 7-pitch inning for Luis Ortiz. We go to the third in Game 1 of the doubleheader. 2-1 Guardians on the Nationals radio.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Snatch your tickets now at nats.com/Harry Potter.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. We move along to the third inning, 2-1 Cleveland. In with the play-by-play from here in the Nissan broadcast booth, Charlie Slows.
All right, Dave. Jose Ramirez switch hitting. Third baseman leading off for the Guardians. And the first pitch from Jake Irvin is in at the knees, called strike with a breaking ball. In over the outside. Ramirez walked on 5 pitches in the first. Irvin delivers. Ramirez takes. That's in there at the knees, a called strike with a changeup. And it's 0-2. 6-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger Award winner. 260 career home runs, takes inside. Irvin missing with a changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Career 279 hitter entering this series. 275 left-handed, 286 right-handed. Swinging a foul ball. He loses his helmet as the ball deflected off the shin guards of Keibert Ruiz. And the count holding it, a ball and 2 strikes on Ramirez. Last year finished in a tie for 4th in the American League and 6th in the Major Leagues with 39 home runs. And a swing and a line drive deep down the right field line, hooking in the corner. And it's a foul ball off the high wall just to the right of the yellow line. It goes up to the foul pole. That yellow line is the foul line on the wall. And they'll do it again on 1 and 2. Ramirez had a career high 118 runs batted in. 2nd in the Major Leagues last year. He'll do it all. He had 39 doubles, 2 triples, and stole 41 bases in 48 tries. Struck out only 82 times and well over 600 plate appearances. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Center field. Jacob Young moving back in straightaway center. Comes to a stop and makes the catch for the out. I mean, rattling off numbers. Jose Ramirez is simply one of the better players in the game. Terrific player, can do it all. And a few years ago, he signed which is rare for Cleveland, a 7-year, $141 million extension, runs through 2028.
When all is said and done, you might be having Hall of Fame discussions about Jose Ramirez's career.
He wanted to stay and win in Cleveland. Here's Kyle Manzardo from the left side. First pitch fastball inside, ball 1. Manzardo drew a walk in the first inning. 3 walks in a row for Jake Irvin. And eventually a wild pitch to score the run. Breaking ball swung on and fouled back behind the plate. And he gave up a home run to Nolan Jones, a 422-foot shot into the second level above the bullpen in right field. 2-1, Cleveland leading. Irvin rocks and kicks. Here's his pitch. And the breaking ball's in there, called strike with a curve at 79 miles an hour. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes with the switch hitting Carlos Santana on deck. Now Irvin into the wide, his pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul down the left field line, out of play. Mentioned Santana as he's on deck earlier, breaking in against the Nationals as a catcher. June 11th, 2010. Now the pitch. And a swing and a fly ball, sliced foul outside of third, racing over. Third baseman Tena on the warning track, going back there to make the catch for the out. Nice play by Jose Tena, who's excelled chasing foul pops from the third base position. He went a ways to get to that one. 2 away, and no doubt he wants to have a good showing against the team that traded him away. No doubt. But here is Santana standing in now, Dave. That was the series in Cleveland when Steven Strasburg broke in shortly before that and made a start in Cleveland. And here's the pitch by Irvin. And the pitch in for a strike. And when we arrived at the ballpark, going up to the press box, we passed a concession stand, not out on the street as sometimes there are, where a vendor sell whatever they want. Here's the pitch. This is in at the knees, a called strike. This was inside the ballpark. They had basically a 100% Strasburg-only concession stand.
He had his own kiosk in Cleveland's ballpark.
It was unbelievable. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I remember he pitched the third game. He pitched the Sunday game. The first 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, were 18, 20,000. The place was sold out to the rafters on the Sunday game.
Now the pitch. Swing and a drive in the air to right center field. Hit fairly well, but playable. Both Young and Cruz over there. It'll be the center fielder Young to make the catch. And the inning is over. Back in those days, maybe you couldn't buy all your merch online, so the vendors at the parks were the ones who cleaned up. It's a 1-2-3 inning, the first for Jake Urban. We go to the bottom of the third in Game 1 of the doubleheader. It's Cleveland 2.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right, down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Or download the Safeway mobile app to sign up and save today. Spring starts at Safeway.
It is the bottom half of inning number 3 here at Nationals Park, and the third inning is fueled by Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Top of the order, and C.J. Abrams leading off for the Nationals. Guardians leading 2-1. Game 1 of a conventional, traditional, straight doubleheader. Pitch on the way from Luis Ortiz, swung on and missed for strike 1. Started him off with a slider. Abrams reaching on a throwing error by the shortstop Arias in the first inning, and eventually scored an unearned run. Next pitch, low and outside. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Abrams looking to extend his hitting streak. 10 games in a row. Now the pitch. Looks at a fastball well outside. It's 2-1. Be followed by Alex Call and James Wood here in the home half of the third. Fans coming in throughout game one. And now the pitch. It's too high. Ball 3. Missed with a cutter. And the count is 3 balls and a strike. Right-hander's ready. First base side of the slab and delivers. And he's outside. High ball 4. And Abrams aboard with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third. Just his 5th walk drawn so far. Doesn't walk a lot. That would certainly help for the leadoff spot. Here's Alex Call.
Well, this might be a running spot, though. Ortiz does not hold runners well.
Yeah, 7 for 7 against him in stealing bases this year. And they've stolen 19 out of 20 in his big league career. He has 1 pickoff. Third baseman in on the grass. Pitch to Call. It's taken high to the inside. Ball 1.
He's got a high leg kick. I would think Abrams might go on this pitch.
Call grounded to the third baseman. Ramirez, his first time up. Ramirez was in on the grass, now even with a bag to the right of the cutout. Manzano holding Abrams. And a throw over. He dives back in as Manzano takes the throw while off the bag and then reaches back to tag Abrams. Outfield swung a bit toward right on Call.
I think after the pickoff, that increases the chance he runs.
Big lead now. And there he goes. The pitch swung on and hit right back to the pitcher. Ortiz looked at second, almost threw, held onto it, and then throws to first to get called for the out.
He figured he had a free shot
because
of how sharply it was hit. But then he said, I'll just take the sure out. And fortunately, Abrams running stays out of the double play. If Call doesn't swing, he's got the base stolen.
And if he's not running, it's a double play ball for sure. Here's James Wood. He drew a walk on 6 pitches in the first. His team leading 23rd base on balls drawn. Now the pitch to him, and he looks it over. It's a cutter inside, ball 1. Ricky Gutierrez coaching at third. Gerardo Parra on the lines at first. That's trying to bring the tying run home with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Ortiz sets. Kicks and delivers, swing and a miss, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. 66th big league appearance for Ortiz, his 41st start. His early time of the big leagues with the Pirates, mostly in relief. First base side of the rubber comes set. Now the pitch. Wood takes too low again, and the count's 2-1. James Wood is very good at reading pitches below the zone. We've had some instances where they were calling ankle strikes on him, which would seemingly be pretty hard to do, as high as his knees are. Now the pitch. Swing and a line drive to deep right field. This is way back, and it is gone. Goodbye. Into the Nationals bullpen. Bang, zoom goes James Wood with a low, screaming line drive laser beam over the wall and into the Nationals bullpen. A 2-run shot to give the Nationals the lead here at the bottom of the third inning. It's now Washington 3 and Cleveland 2. I'll tell you what, the pitchers who sit on that bench that's elevated to see over the wall had to take cover. Incoming.
Absolutely. I think Drew Rossi, bullpen catcher, may have grabbed that one. Yeah, he did.
At 100,
self-preservation.
Yeah, at 115 miles an hour. Look out. That was 10th home run for Wood. Now with 23 knocked in. 3-2 Nationals lead, and now here is the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. Looks a pitch over, in for a strike. Well, Dave, I think he's learning how to pull the ball.
And normally the pull home runs are soaring drives. That was just a missile that didn't sink.
Now the pitch, low and outside. Normally that was been reserved for left field, the low lasers. Left and left center. That was something. Here is the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Lowe. And a fastball on the count 1-2. Nathaniel drove in the Nationals run with a single to center field his first time up. Launch angle 21 degrees.
I'm sure the reliever's sitting on the bench going, that ball's going to sink. That ball's going to sink. Look out.
Get your gloves up. Good thing Drew Rossi had a glove, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you're all diving off that bench. Get out of the way of it. Here's the pitch. And that is in at the knees, a called strike three. Lowell caught looking at a changeup. Well, that he thought that was a strike, but our pitch tracker would indicate that it was knee-high inside corner. Second strikeout for Ortiz. The home run allowed for him. His third of the year. They've all been to left-handed hitters who were hitting 200 against him coming in.
So Drew Rossi did catch it in the air. We have video evidence of it. He was fired up about it. He's ambidextrous, and he had the glove on his right hand.
He's got gloves for each hand. Here's pitch on the way. Outside for ball.
Which is weird because he's wearing catching gear. You don't normally see a glove on a right hand for a catcher, but he can catch both hands and he can throw with both hands.
He is unique. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is high. We're going to have him on our pregame show, Nats on Deck, Dave, to just, how does that happen?
Well, he taught himself. He didn't used to be able to do it. I don't know how you can do that, but he did.
Here's a swing and a drive hit well to right center field. Moving back, Martinez. He is there on the track and makes the catch. And Keibert Ruiz flies out to deep right center on a 2-0 pitch. Ends the inning. You're throwing batting practice, Dave. You're saving an arm, your own, by throwing with the other arm. If you're doing that every day, certainly in the minor leagues. 2 runs for the.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning fast hour.
Oh my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
That's now at Nats.com/NextGen to see C.J. Abrams, Dylan Cruz, James Wood, Jacob Young, and all the Nationals' young talent.
Bang! Zone goes James Wood again with his second 2-run home run.
Visit Nats.com/NextGen today.
Tomorrow here at Nats Park, it's golf day. Actually, it's Wednesday, May 21st. My bad. A week from when the Nationals are back in town. On the 21st, it's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Nats and Braves at 6:45. Pitch on the way from right-hander Jake Urban to Bo Naylor's outside, ball 1. Get a Nationals head cover and divot tool, their special ticket. Get your tickets now at Nats.com/specials. Wednesday, May 21st. Swing and a miss by Naylor, and the count 1-1. He swings through a changeup. Naylor flied out to Jacob Young in left center, ending the first inning. Urban into the wind of the pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air again. Shallow left field. In comes Alex Call toward the line. He has a beat on it and makes a one-handed grab. And Naylor retired for the first out here in the top of inning number 4, which is being driven by your Washington area Honda dealers. Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. Visit your local Honda dealers today. Gabriel Arias, the shortstop, will stand in now for Cleveland. Obviously, with a rain out yesterday, and our early start time with doubleheader, this is the only game going out of the major leagues. Urban with a fastball outside, ball 1 to Arias. Making his 9th start at shortstop. Started 3 games at third and 17 at second base. Swing and a miss at a curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's been on base in 9 straight games for Cleveland. Came in hitting at .262 before his 0 for 1. And the pitch, swing and a miss at a curveball. Urban starting to settle in. Since the home run by Nolan Jones in the second and the single by Angel Martinez behind him, Urban has retired 6 in a row, trying to make it 7. He's into the wide, and the pitch off the plate away this time with a curveball, 2-2. Outfield a touch toward right against Arias. Sun back out through the cloud cover, swinging a pop-up foul. First base side and into the upper deck. And couldn't make the catch on the fly, but he's hopped a row of seats and able to come up with a souvenir. He actually got some applause. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. Abrams to his left gets to it and quickly releases on the low in plenty of time. 2 men away. That'll bring up Nolan Jones, who wasted no time after a first pitch in the second and blasted into the second deck over the Nationals bullpen. 422-foot shot. Urban rocks and kicks and swings and drives one to the air to right center field deep again. Cruz going back and Young going back, and it'll stay in the park off the base of the big wall. Into second goes Jones as Cruz plays the carom. 2-out double for Nolan Jones, who's 2 for 2.
It looked like he was absolutely sitting on a curveball, knowing, as you said, that he had homered on a first pitch fastball. And that was a curveball right over the heart of the plate, and he nearly homered again.
If he figured he wasn't going to get a first pitch fastball,
he was right.
He figured right. So he's halfway to the cycle with a home run and a double, and the batter is Angel Martinez, who reached on a single through the right side and later stole his third base of the year. What was left aboard? Takes the pitch outside from Urban. Ball 1, so Jake unable to have a second straight 1-2-3 inning. He's at 69 pitches. And comes set. Now the pitch, high and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Martinez. Martinez a switch hitter. Most of his at-bats coming from the left side of the plate. Has an open stance. Holds the bat in tight and swings and pulls one to the ground foul. Just behind the feet of the first base coach, Sandy Alomar Jr. His 16th year as a coach with Cleveland. Spent 2 years as a bench coach, 14 of them in 2 separate stints as the first base coach. Of course, was a pretty good player as a catcher for the Cleveland team in the 90s. Now the pitch, swing and a foul back into the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a dynamic brother duo with Sandy and Roberto. Roberto in the Hall of Fame. Sandy, a very good player in his own right.
Cleveland team that reached the World Series. Here's the set. And now the pitch. And just off the plate away.
Big spot here with the 9-hitter and Kwan on deck.
And Kwan has lined out twice for the top hitters in baseball on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2-out runner at second. 3-2 Nats. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he got him to hit it in the air. Fly ball to shallow left. In comes Alex, called under it, and he makes a one-handed grab to retire the side. So Urban pitches around the 2-out double and able to retire Martinez on the 3-2. And a man left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 4th.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
That's govx.com. Or go to nationals.com/govx to learn more. Thank you for serving our country and communities. See you at the stadium.
Celebrate 2 decades of iconic Nationals moments Saturday, May 24th when the Nats host the Giants at 4:05. Score a mystery bobblehead featuring Zimmerman, Kendrick, or Worth. Which moment will you unwrap? Find out at nats.com/nats20. Luis Garcia Jr. leads off the bottom of the 4th and swings at a first pitch changeup and rolls it on the ground to the right side. The first baseman Manzardo has it. He waves off his pitcher Ortiz coming over and makes the play unassisted for the out. Garcia out on one pitch. Got him with the off speed. Dylan Cruz will come up. He grounded a short his only time up. Nationals 3, Guardians 2. We are in the last of the 4th inning. Game 2 will follow 30 to 40 minutes after Game 1. Brad Lord will start for the Nationals. Ben Lively for Cleveland. Pitch to Cruz, breaking ball, bends in, slider, called strike at 85 miles an hour. Nationals who won 2 straight, so have the Guardians. And now the pitch. Low and outside. Started to move the bat, they appealed. Derek Thomas, the extra umpire on the crew for the doubleheader at first base, said no swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Playing Cruz to pull in the infield of the pitch. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and a strike. The outfield, they're playing a touch the other way toward right. Maybe more than a touch. Now the set. And the pitch. Cruz takes. That's in, a called strike. Fastball to the outer half. He'll use his timeout now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz works from the stretch all of the time. He kicks, he delivers, and the pitch is off speed. A changeup low and away. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cruz has drawn 6 walks. Not a high total at this point. Here's the set. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball to the outside, just below the belt. He swung through it. 3rd strikeout for Ortiz, 2 men away. They'll bring up Jose Tena, the 3rd baseman. He didn't play much 3rd base while he was in the Cleveland organization. He said just a handful of games in high A ball. That goes back a few years. Pitch to him is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Tena was signed at the age of 16 out of the Dominican Republic. July 2017 by Cleveland. Ortiz kicks and delivers. Tena takes high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reached the big leagues to appear in 18 games in 2023. And then was in 3 games, just 4 at-bats last year in a call-up. And then in a trade of the Nationals July 29th. Swing and a miss. And a slider diving down below the zone, and the count's 1-2. Mentioned earlier the deal for Lane Thomas. The Nationals received Tena, left-hander Alex Clemmie, shortstop Rafael Ramirez Jr. Ortiz ready, kicks, and the 1-2. Swing and a pop foul. 3rd base side will make the seats out of play. Tena was considered one of the upper-level prospects in the Cleveland organization, but he had mostly been a 2nd baseman with some shortstop. Now the set. And the pitch. And he takes, and it's low. 3rd base definitely wasn't home for him when he started playing there with the Nationals last year.
And with Jose Ramirez, why would you ever play 3rd? And they had Andres Jimenez, who was making big money at 2nd.
So he really was blocked at 2 positions. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a slider. Down and in. Slider's been a good pitch for Ortiz. Fourth strikeout, 2 in the inning. He has his second straight, or second 1-2.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an oppo taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Broken phone to glitch at the worst possible time.
Hey, can I get your number?
Trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service then required for Apple Watch and iPad.
Every game, any device. Get it live with MLB.tv. Follow your team from anywhere. Get started now at MLBTV.com. 5th inning. That's 3. Guardians 2. Once again, here's Dave Jagler.
And Jake Irvin's pitch on the way to Stephen Kwan. Kwan takes a curveball knee-high for a strike. Kwan, the Guardians' leading hitter. 6th in the major leagues coming in, has been held in check. 2 lineouts, 1 to center, 1 to right. 1 strike pitch. Curveball again. Strike called again. That one over the outside part of the plate. Irvin now at 76 pitches with an 0-2 count to begin the 5th. Then he rocks and fires to Kwan and misses down and away with a changeup. Irvin was touched in each of the first 2 innings for a run. He's tried to settle in. The windup, the 1-2. Kwan chops a ground ball foul off the netting in front of the Nationals dugout. And of the 2 runs, Irvin will probably be more upset about the first inning run, which was a result of 3 walks and a wild pitch. In the second inning, it was a solo homer. The 1-2 to Kwan. Swing a line drive slapped down the left field line. This will twist foul out of play. Kwan has never been known for much power, but last year he did muscle up for 14 homers. He's just a base hit machine. And then speed when he gets on. 1-2 pitch, here it is. Swinging a fly ball, jammed him. This one medium deep right center. Drifting back Jacob Young, and he will make the catch. So Kwan is 0 for 3, hitting in the air all 3 times.
Ball seems to be carrying a little bit of the wind toward right center. But then again, it looked like the ball Jones hit in the 4th inning. The outfielders played it like they thought it was gone, and it hit low on the wall. They just didn't get back there to it.
First one to Daniel Schneemann. He takes low. Schneemann, a walk, a run scored, and a ground out. Next delivery. Swinging a ground ball, hits Irvin in the foot, deflects toward the first base line. Jake runs to pick it up, shovels to first, tumbles across the foul line, and gets the out. What a terrific play by Jake Irvin, who made the kick save. Ran all the way to the first base line, released an underhand throw, then went tumbling across the foul line. That's out number 2. They're going to check on Jake. He's waving off Davey Martinez and Paul Lassard. I mean, Irvin got to it so quickly, and then the tumble roll.
It hit off the right side of his right shoe. That's a heck of a play to pick it up barehanded. You're getting close to the runner in the line and flip it and then roll over, fortunately on his left shoulder and not his right.
It seems like every other start, Jake is involved in some sort of calamity. He had that line drive off his leg in Pittsburgh when he got the out, still threw a great game. Then 2 starts later, he had the collision with Juan Soto at first, where he nearly injured his left arm, and now 2 starts later gets hit with another comebacker, and he's going to take a practice pitch. I mean, he said he was good, and now after the 1 pitch, they're satisfied with his explanation.
You know, that's a really athletic play, Dave, because he knew as he made the throw he was going to fall, and as if he knew how to fall, so that he didn't land on any one thing and then rolled over. Kind of a half somersault on the left side of his shoulder.
So 2 down for Jose Ramirez. 3-2 Nationals lead. The wind, the kick, the pitch. That's low. Change up at 85.
That was a heck of a play.
Now Irvin turns his body, swings the leg, and fires. That's a change up high. 2-0.
Did you think there was a chance he picked the ball up that he was going to try and tag the runner? That might have ended up in a collision.
A chance. But it wasn't quite going to get there in time. It was close. 2-0 to Ramirez. Here it comes. Swing and a bouncer foul toward the first base side dugout. Ramirez was trying to hit that one into the upper deck.
I was thinking of 3 things. Maybe he doesn't get to the ball. Maybe he picks it up, throws to first, or maybe he collides with him. All those things were in play.
2-1. Swinging a foul, and down goes Ramirez. That one off his foot. The ball rolls to the dugout, and Ramirez down in the dirt in a heap. Gets to his feet fairly quickly. 2-2.
It's helped up by Keibert Ruiz with the right hand.
So many times you see a pitcher release an off-balance throw like that, you could throw it into Never Never Land. I mean, he made a perfect underhand toss.
And he knew he was getting close to the foul line and in the path of the runner.
Now back in with a 2-2. It's high. Fastball. Full count. Ramirez 0 for 1 with a walk.
To me, you get hit with a ball, find it like that, and race over to it as quickly as he did. All that part was impressive.
3-2 pitch. Swinging drive right center field. Jacob Young back. Warning track. Slowing up. Makes the catch to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down. Thanks to a kick save for Jake Urban here in the Caps Game 1 day. Halfway home here in Game 1 between the Nats and the Guardians.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For more information, check out our website, notasermon.com. That's notasermon.com.
Saturday, May 17th, the Nats are away, but tacos and tequilas back at Nats Park. Join us for live music, great tacos, and over 50 mezcals and tequilas. Grab your tickets now at nats.com/tacos and tequila. From the Nissan broadcast booth, we're set for the bottom of the 5th. Nationals 3, Guardians 2. The pitch to Jacob Young from Luis Ortiz is a slider for a strike. Nats have the lead on the James Wood homer in the 3rd. Wood due to hit 4th in the inning. Ortiz sets, delivers. It's a ball outside, 1-1. Ortiz has plowed through the bottom of the Nationals lineup. We'll see if Young can act as a table setter in front of Abrams. And then call in Wood. Pitch. Low outside, 2-1. Get about a half hour, maybe 35 minutes or so between games. then the nightcap features Brad Lord and Ben Lively. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive right side over the leaping second baseman Schneemann and a base hit. So Jacob Young with an opposite field single starts things in the bottom of the fifth. This portion of Nationals baseball is presented by Portner & Shore Attorneys at Law. Expect more at Portner & Shore. Call 855-PORTNER or visit PortnerandShore.com. C.J. Abrams has been on base twice and scored twice. Reached on an error and walked. Now he's got a man on with Young and his speed. Ortiz sets. Young holds the pitch. Golfed in the air on the infield. Right near the right of the mound. Who's going to take it? And it's the first baseman, Manzardo, battling the sun to make the catch. So Abrams took kind of a golfing swing at a first pitch slider and gave up that at bat. Didn't give Young a chance to run. Here's Alex Call. Fortunately, in the third inning, when Call was at the plate, Abrams was running. His Call hit a comebacker to the pitcher, and rather than a double play, they only got the out at first. And James Wood followed with a home run. Here's the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Call at a slider. Alex Call was not originally drafted by Cleveland. He was drafted by the White Sox. And the Cleveland organization acquired him in a trade for Cesar Hernandez, who would later finish his big league career with the Nationals. The 0-1 with the runner going is a ball low. The throw by Naylor. The tag, not in time. Schneemann tried to make the leaping catch and tag on the foot of Young, but it's a stolen base for Jacob, his fifth in 8 tries. Guardians and manager Stephen Vogt checking on a replay, and they will not challenge. So opponents are now 8 for 8 stealing against Ortiz, and Call has a runner in scoring position. The Nationals acquired Call via the waiver wire in the 22 season. Alex had made a brief big league debut with Cleveland, 12 games in that year. Here's the pitch. And Call takes over the inside part of the plate, a fastball at 95. He's down 1-2. Timeout for the hitter. It's Call trying to be a pest here with 2 strikes. Outfield the other way and very shallow, especially Jones, the right fielder. Ortiz checks the runner. Checks again. And now delivers to the plate. Swinging a line drive left center field. That's down for a base hit. Young coming around third. He'll score. Call will stop at first. And the Nationals lead it 4-2. Alex Call delivers. RBI number 13. A solid single to left center on the 1-2 pitch. The Nationals now a 2-run lead.
Well, falls right in with his one and a hit. Everything back up the middle, left center, right center. Pitch was out over the plate, knee high, and he hit a bullet.
Speaking of hitting bullets, here's James Wood. Ortiz fires. Inside low, ball 1. In the third inning, James Wood provided a strong swing with an exit velocity of 114.6 miles per hour. Discover your ball speed at X Golf Nationals Park today. 114.6.
I don't know if you'll discover your ball speed that fast.
Now the pitch. Swing at a chopper foul toward the Nationals dugout, 1-1. That was home run number 10 for Wood. Moves into a tie for 4th in the major leagues in homers.
What do you think the exit velocity is for the best golfers, Dave?
Well, don't ask me. Here's the set, the 1-1. Going outside, 2-1.
You have to be, teeing off, right? Driver.
I mean, ask Bryson. I don't mean Stott. DeChambeau. Call at first with 1 out. Here's the pitch. That just missed outside, a backdoor slider. 3-1.
If you go to X Golf and you tee off, doesn't it give you your velocity?
Oh yeah. You get all the analytics.
Then you're saying, I wish I could do that on the course. Right? I need that on the course.
3-1. Inside target set by Naylor. Here's the pitch to Wood. Swinging a high fly ball, left center field deep. It's carrying, but the wind knocks it down. And so Martinez, shy of the warning track, will make the catch. Boy, he hit it right into the teeth of the breeze. On a different day, that's probably up into the red seats.
Oh, we saw the ball hit by Ramirez in the top of the inning, the one by Quan, 2 deep fly balls. Both times the outfielders kind of circled back in. So even in the beginning of the game, we thought the wind was blowing out toward right, helping balls that way. I think you got to hit it right down the line. But you get it up now, the wind is knocking everything down.
Here's Lowe, RBI single and a strikeout. Throw to first, call a step and a dive back in. Or you can hit it 21 degrees and it cuts through the wind. I
think it went under the wind.
Exactly.
It went underneath the wind.
When you're golfing in the wind, you got to tee it up low and hit it low. That's what James Wood
I don't
did.
think the wind was that low to the ground for Wood.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside. Nats a run in and a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, we get fly unders here. I think he lines under the wind.
He did that time. Call, 1 steal and 1 try, being held by Manzardo. The pitch from Ortiz. Swing, and it's fouled off to the left. Up into the FIS Champions Club level, 1-1. Outfield pretty much straight away for Nathaniel. Quan very shallow in left, though. The kick and the pitch. He takes. That's called a strike. A changeup over the outside. 1-2.
That was a pitcher's pitch there. That's a tough one.
Well, the Nats have had traffic against Ortiz. They've been able to score. They have 1 in this inning. 1-2 delivery. Misses outside. He has had the 2 1-2-3 innings in the second and fourth. The odd number innings, the Nationals have scored. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, and 1 so far here in the bottom of the fifth. The right-hander sets and deals. Swinging a line drive toward short. It's caught by the shortstop, Arias, moving to his right. The Nationals a run on 2 hits. We go to the 6th. It's the Nationals 4 and the Guardians 2 on the Nationals Radio Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
In a Ravenclaw. Snatch your tickets now at nats.com/Harry Potter.
Jake Irvin back to the mound for the top of the 6th inning with Andrew Chafin beginning to warm up in the Nats bullpen. Nats lead the Guardians 4-2. Kyle Manzardo bats first for Cleveland. And with the play-by-play from the Nissan broadcast booth, here's Charlie Slows.
All right, Dave. Irvin at 88 pitches, 29 in the first, on a high pitch count pace. He's been 15 or 16 or under the other 4 innings. Pitch on the way is too low to start off Manzardo. First pitch changeup, ball 1. He's walked and he's fouled out to the third baseman, Jose Tena. Outfielders are spread, calls toward the line and left. Swing and a miss. And a fastball, the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at 91 miles an hour that time. Irvin winds, delivers, swing, and a foul back behind the plate. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chafin doesn't need many throws at all to get ready in the bullpen.
Their lineup is so left-handed heavy. Lefties and switch hitters. Lines up well for him.
Irvin kicks, delivers, breaking ball, popped up foul, first base side, and this is going to make it into the upper deck. Network.
WTEM, Washington. And
Irvin delivers, and the pitch to Carlos Santana is lined into right for a base hit. Dylan Cruz has it on 2 hops. He'll play it in towards second. Santana with fouled out to third and flied out to right center, 1 out of 3. Charlie Slows, Dave Jackman with you from the Nissan broadcast booth. Game 1 of a doubleheader, a straight conventional doubleheader. And now time called. Davey Martinez out of the dugout and makes the signal to the bullpen for the left-hander Andrew Chafin. So that's going to do it for Jake Irvin here in the 6th inning. He gets 1 out. He gives up a base hit. And with a pitch count at 95, Davey Martinez wants the lefty. Chafin face the left-hander Bo Naylor. So Irvin, who had a rough start, settled in and leaves the game with a chance to win, surrendering just 2 runs and 3 hits so far over 5 1/3 innings. So call to the bullpen brought to you by Main Street Bank, your local bank local. Put our team in your office. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Andrew Chafin on his way in to take over when we come back on the Nationals Baseball Network.
BetMGM invites you to step up.
That was on Saturday. Came on in the 6th inning for Trevor Williams. Struck out 2 batters and earned a hold for his work. He threw 7 pitches, 6 strikes. He faces left-handed hitting Bo Naylor, Cleveland catcher, and the first pitch breaking ball in for a strike. It's a slider at 80 miles an hour. Naylor is fly to left center and fly to left. Chafin was back at home in Northern Ohio when he got the call from his agent. Here's the pitch. Naylor's swing and a miss, and another slider, and he almost swung out of his shoes. And the count is 0-2.
Keep throwing him that.
Absolutely. Chafin had appeared in 13 games for AAA Toledo, had 2 holds, a save, a 2-0 record, a 2.13 ERA. He kicks, he delivers, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out on 3 pitches, all on sliders at about 79, 80 miles an hour. That was almost like toying with him.
That was the first strikeout of the day for the Guardians. Jake Irvin did not have a strikeout. It's his first start in his big league career, concluding without a strikeout.
Urban 5 1/3, 2 runs, 4 hits, the no walks, or no strikeouts and 3 walks through 95 pitches, 61 strikes. Chafin delivers, and it's another slider on the first pitch to Gabriel Arias, the shortstop, who's fly to shallow right and bounced to short. Nolan Jones, another left-hand hitter on deck, was 2 for 2 against Urban with a long home run and a double off the wall in right center. 4-2 Nationals leading. Chafin sets third base side of the slab and delivers, and just missed with a fastball, top of the zone of the outside half at 91 miles an hour. Not a hard thrower. Fastball averages about 91, 92. The slider is around 79, 82. And a throw over to first. And standing on the bag is Santana, who has 2 steals and 2 tries. Chafin told me when we talked in Cincinnati before pitch clock and the throwover rules, he was good for picking off 4 or 5 guys a year. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. That time a change of speed, the slider again, and a big cut by Arias swinging through it. It's 2-1. Chafin comes set, and now he's throwing over. So part of his strategy with base stealers was to try and freeze them by holding the ball. Of course, now you're limited by the pitch clock, so he likes to get the ball back immediately and already know what he's going to throw so he can use that clock. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Again with the slider.
Well, you know what I tell him to throw? How about the slider?
He already knows he's throwing a slider, right?
Right now they're not touching it, lefties or righties.
He delivers it with a grunt. See if we hear one again. Chafin sets, runner leads from first. And the pitch, there it is. Low inside this time, missed with a slider. It's a full count, 3-2. So with 2 out, Santana, the runner at first, will be on the move.
And Nolan Jones on deck, but they do have some right-handed pinch hitting options if the inning continues.
Lowe is holding the runner with a right-handed hitter up. Santana leading from first. Chafin kicks, delivers, runner goes, swinging a slow bouncer. Shortstop charging in. Abrams can't make a play, knocks it back toward the foul line. Chafin races over to pick it up. Ends up near the third base side coach's box in foul ground. That'll be a base hit. Tough break on a swinging roller by Arias. Santana into scoring position at second base.
That's a tough break. They're going to let Nolan Jones hit for himself. He's 0 for 8 with 6 strikeouts against left-handed pitchers this year. They have Jhenkenzy Noel, big right-handed hitting slugger to pinch hit, but they're going to stick with Jones, knowing he could get a right-handed matchup later in the game.
He has never faced Andrew Chafin before. Here's the pitch. And he started him off with a fastball, a little bit high to the inside, ball 1. The home run in the second snapped a personal 0 for 16 for Jones. So he's followed that up with a double, 2 for 2. Chafin sets, checking the runners, the kick and the pitch. Inside, and that hit him with the pitch. So Nolan Jones with a fastball up and in, and it clipped him. So now the bases are loaded for the Guardians with 2 out. And the next batter is a switch hitter, the center fielder, Angel Martinez.
Who's hitting .500 against National.
No, we're not hearing that.
Well, they're not. They're challenging the hit by pitch. The Nationals think it hit the knob of the bat. So this will be a replay challenge.
The replay challenge is presented by Dex Imaging, Office Imaging Solutions that help businesses do better.
You know, that hit the bat. It actually didn't hit the knob. It hit the end of the bat. This is going to be overturned. This is not a hit by pitch.
How about that?
This is going to be a foul ball.
K-Bart Ruiz was first to look into the dugout and signal. Chafin's watching the replay on the big board and indicated, like making a motion of his hand off the tip of his glove, that the ball was tipped.
Yeah, that's tough for the umpire. Maybe with the sound he thought it hit the elbow guard, but that ball hit the bat.
Well, sometimes you're screened off by the batter themselves as the umpire. Hits him on his front side. We're not getting another look right now. I'd like to see that again.
I mean, the look we saw showed it hit the bat. This seems pretty obvious.
And here comes the ruling.
After review, the ruling on the field is overturned. It is a foul ball. The batter will return to bat with a 1-1 count.
There you have it. And crew chief Dan Bellino, the third base umpire. makes the announcement. So everybody, return to where you were. So they remembered where they were. Santana to second. Arias back to first, and Nolan Jones has to put all of his protective gear back on. He had taken it off, gone to first base. He's got the shin guard on. Now the guard for the elbow and part of the upper arm.
I'm kind of surprised he's thrown him 2 fastballs, both inside, one a ball, one the foul ball. See if he goes back to the slider here.
Chafin sets. Kicks and he delivers. It's another fastball low. 3 in a row, all fastballs to Jones. 2 out runners, first and second, top of the 6th inning. The Nationals are leading 4-2. Shadows beginning to creep out. Home plate area, third base. And the pitch. Low and away, and that one blocked out of the dirt by Ruiz. And the count is 3-1. So all of a sudden, Chafin having trouble throwing strikes, that time going back to the slider. It's a hitter's count for Nolan Jones. So a big spot of the game here with 2 on and 2 out in the inning, and the Nats leading by 2. Here's the set. 3-1, swung on, line drive, caught by Lowe at first. The inning is over. So take a big breath. Andrew Chafin gets the Nationals out of the inning. That ball not hit all that hard, but lined where Lowe could make an easy play.
Can't get it.
Nationals 4, Guardians 2, game 1 of a doubleheader, and Keibert Ruiz leads off against right-hander Luis Ortiz. And the first pitch swung on and lined into right center field. That's going to be a base hit toward the gap. Sliding to cut it off, Nolan Jones, 1 foot of the warning track as he gets up. Ruiz heading for second, and the throw is not in time. He slides in ahead of the tag by the shortstop Arias. And it's a double for Ruiz, his 5th of the year.
And he's running on one of the best outfield arms in baseball there. And the Guardians are taking a look. If they want to challenge the save call, they will not. So a good start to the inning.
As the pitch was being thrown, Guardians were getting action in their bullpen for the first time today. The right-hander Matt Festa beginning to throw. Luis Garcia standing in. Third baseman in on the grass. That's Ramirez. First pitch is outside, ball 1. I don't know if he's expecting a bunt. I would not think so. Garcia trying to advance the runner or drive him in, I think, by swinging the bat here. Dylan Cruz on deck. Ruiz off second, not fast. Now the pitch. Taken low and inside. The changeup, and the count is 2-0. So Festa warming. Just selected from AAA Columbus 4 days ago, acquired in a trade day or so before that from Texas. Pitch on the way is too low, and the count is 3-0. Best has been in one game for Cleveland after 9 at AAA Round Rock, the Rangers organization. Garcia in the driver's seat, 3 balls, no strikes. Ortiz sets. He kicks, he delivers, and the pitch is high, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Garcia. Vesta hasn't had that many throws in the bullpen. As Dylan Cruz comes up, and here goes the catcher. Naylor out to the mound, slowing things down here. Give the reliever Festa more time to warm up, and this trip to the mound and slow down in action is brought to you by Iservay. Entire infield is in on the conversation. Guardians at 20-14 coming in, a game and a half behind the Tigers, who are atop the American League Central. And those two teams figure to duke it out. Tigers are in Colorado at 22-13, taking on the struggling Rockies later on tonight. Jackson Jobe on the mound against the Rockies rookie Chase Dolander. Meeting of the mound over, the batter's Dylan Cruz, and the Guardians expect a bunt. He squares, and the pitch is up and in. He pulls the bat back. Ball 1. Cruz has bounced to short and struck out looking.
Guardians put the wheel play on that time. They had the shortstop covering third, the second baseman covering first, and the corner infielders charging.
Cruz does not have a sacrifice so far this year. See if they do it again with where Arias, the shortstop, playing. You would think so. Here's the set. And a whirl around towards second. A throw there, and diving back in is Ruiz with the second baseman taking the throw.
Ruiz got caught leaning there. He's trying to get a head start. I mean, Ruiz is not fast. It's going to take a perfect bunt for Cruz to get him to third. So if he shows bunt and they get the infielders moving, maybe pull it back and swing away.
Schneemann again trying to keep Ruiz close. Here's the pitch. Cruz to bunt, and bunts it foul back behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's not really been in the position to be asked to bunt this year, so
I don't
when
think
you haven't done it in a game and had any success yet laying it down, it's not that easy.
Yeah, he bunted a pitch up and out of the zone. He probably didn't bunt a lot at LSU.
You wouldn't think so, would you? Again, they look for the bunt. Ramirez into the grass from third, deeper in than the first baseman, and he swings away and pops it up. Shallow right center field. Coming in is the center fielder Martinez, and he makes the catch in very shallow right center. So they took the bunt off, but he pops it up. And the runners hold Ruiz at second, Garcia at first base. Watch the ballpark come to life as Harry Potter Day returns to Nats Park Saturday, May 10th, when the Nats host the Cardinals at 4:05. Be one of 10,000 lucky fans to score a Nationals Quidditch jersey. Don't miss the magic. Get your tickets at nats.com/Harry Potter. Out of the dugout comes Stephen Vogt, the manager of the Guardians. That's going to be it here for right-hander Luis Ortiz. With Jose Tena to be the batter, the Guardians will go to the bullpen for the right-hander, Matt Festa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball
Let the flame fill the night. When we touch, then we ignite. Let the flame fill the night. You and me light up the sky. 'Cause we are fire and we're burning. Won't put it out, even though we're hurting. Let the flame fill the night. When we touch, then we ignite.
9 appearances at AAA Round Rock. Acquired from Texas for cash. He had signed a minor league deal with the Rangers in February. He'd been traded to Texas by Chicago over the winter. Then he had been designated for assignment and then re-signed to a minor league deal. Jose Tena will face him, runners first and second, the pitch. And that's in there, a called strike one. Just appearing in one game for Cleveland so far. It's a scoreless inning in a third with a strikeout. Ruiz at second, Garcia at first. 1 out, 4-2 Nationals, bottom of the 6th inning. Festa holds, he kicks now and delivers. And the pitch is off the plate away, 1 ball, 1 strike. He throws a fastball in the low 90s, a slider just a few miles an hour slower. East Stroudsburg College in Pennsylvania, 7th round pick of Seattle in 16. Pitch way inside, diving backhanded stop by the catcher Naylor as Tena got out of the way. That ball looked ticketed for the backstop. What a play by the Cleveland catcher.
Or ticketed for Jose's back foot. I don't know how he got that foot out of the way.
And then I don't know how the catcher got to it. Should have missed both of them, right? That ball should have been at the backstop either way. 2-1 pitch. Tena swings and hits it slowly on the ground right side. Fielded by the first baseman Manzardo. With the pitcher there, he'll take it himself to the bag. For out number 2, the runners move up. Ruiz to third. Garcia in the scoring position at second. And Jacob Young will be the batter against Festa. Festa up and down for several years with the Mariners between AAA Tacoma and the big league club. Most appearances in 2022 was in 53 games. Now the pitch. Way inside. Young turns away from a slider, ball 1. Flight out to right, single to right.
Extreme opposite field shift here on Young.
Very much toward right field. The right fielder is shallow. And now the pitch. He bunts and bunts it foul to the first base side. Second baseman back in a normal position. Daniel Schneemann, he was trying to put one past the pitcher toward the second baseman and then try and beat it out to drive in a run. Now the set and Festa delivers, and Young lines into center field. It's going to fall on a base hit in front of Martinez. Ruiz scores. Garcia coming to the plate. The throw offline and gets by everybody off the blue stone wall. Rounding second and holding there is Jacob Young with a single to center field and 2 runs batted in. That's a huge hit here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Nationals to give them a 4-run cushion. It's now the Nationals 6 and the Guardians 2.
We mentioned how extreme they were to the opposite field, so Martinez had to come over from right center into center field and his throw offline, so a huge clutch hit for Jacob Young to make this a 2-run doubling the lead from 2 to 4. They have charged an error on the center fielder, allowing Young to go to second, by the way.
C.J. Abrams stands in, single and an E8, and the pitch on the way is in a called strike, a fastball. Abrams reached on an error by the shortstop Arias to the first, later scored, walked in the third, scored on James Wood's missile of a 2-run homer into the Nationals bullpen. Popped to first baseman Manzardo in the 5th. Now the 0-1 swung on and a little loop pop-up shallow left. Ramirez going back, twist, turns, and Jose Ramirez makes the catch out in left field to end the inning. Nice play by the perennial all-star third baseman Jose Ramirez. Clutch.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.